For 3,000 years, no human being touched this door. Kings feared it. Priests warned about it. An entire civilization built walls around it just to keep people away. Then, one afternoon, a man with nothing but a flashlight and a hunch opened it. What he found inside wasn't treasure. It was a warning. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why they sealed it in the first place. Our story begins in a valley most maps don't even name. Thousands of years ago, this land belonged to a civilization so advanced for its time that later cultures assumed their ruins were built by gods. They carved stone with tools we still don't fully understand. They tracked the stars with terrifying accuracy. And then, almost overnight, they vanished. No war, no famine recorded, just silence. The only thing they left behind was one structure, sealed, guarded, untouched. For 30 centuries, it stayed that way. Fast forward to modern times. A local engineer, not an archaeologist, not a professor, just a curious man who grew up hearing legends about the sealed place, decided to take a closer look. He wasn't funded. He wasn't famous. He just noticed something the experts had missed. A hairline crack in the stone that shouldn't have been there. Cracks mean movement. Movement means someone, at some point, tried to get in. Or get out. He spent weeks studying the entrance. Old records warned that anyone who disturbed it would face collapse, curses, even death. Most people would have walked away. He didn't. Using nothing but basic tools and a theory about how ancient builders balanced weight, he found the one point on the door where the entire structure's pressure met. If he was right, one careful push in the right spot could do what armies couldn't do in 3,000 years. If he was wrong, the whole thing might come down on top of him. It was an ordinary afternoon. No cameras rolling. No crowd watching. Just him, alone, at the door that had defeated every civilization that came after it. He placed his hand on the exact spot. He pushed. For a second, nothing. Then a groan, deep and ancient, rolled through the stone, like the building itself was exhaling after 3,000 years of holding its breath. The door that no one could open, opened. Inside wasn't gold. It wasn't a tomb. It was a room built with obsessive precision. Every wall angled to reflect a single beam of light onto one central carving. And that carving wasn't a king. It wasn't a god. It was a message. Symbols repeated over and over, carved so deep they'd survive fire, flood, even earthquakes. Whoever built this wasn't protecting treasure. They were protecting information. When historians and linguists reviewing photos, comparing symbols on a table. When historians finally translated the carvings, the room went quiet. It wasn't a curse. It wasn't a threat. It was closer to a technical manual, instructions for something the ancient builders considered too dangerous or too important to lose. Some experts believe it described an early warning system for natural disasters. Others think it recorded a catastrophic event they never wanted repeated. Either way, one thing was clear. They sealed this room not to hide power. They sealed it to preserve knowledge for whoever was smart enough or brave enough to find it. So why did it take 3,000 years? Because every civilization after them believed the legends, the warnings, the curse. The fear passed down for 100 generations kept the door closed better than any lock ever could. Fear is the oldest security system in the world, and it worked until curiosity finally beat it. This discovery changed how historians view this entire lost civilization. It suggests they weren't just skilled builders, they were thinkers, planners, people trying to speak directly to their future. And it raises the uncomfortable question every viral discovery eventually asks: how many other cursed places on Earth are just locked doors, waiting for the right person to stop being afraid?
One man, one afternoon, 3,000 years of silence ended by nothing more than curiosity and a steady hand. That's the story of the door they said could never be opened. If this blew your mind, hit subscribe, because next time we're going inside the place they never found the entrance to. See you in the next one.